Hello YouTube friends, it's Dr. Teresa Ulrich again. I am having a shift in plans because I had an unexpected find. My husband and I, we visited one of the thrift shops in our area, and lo and behold, we came across a hexagonal aquarium with a stand, and it's tall, doesn't take up a lot of space, so I think I'm going to be able to move forward with getting a slightly bigger species of seahorses than the dwarfs. The nice part about that is it won't be as labor intensive because I won't have to hatch brine shrimp every day, even though I probably will keep some copepods and brine shrimp on hand, because inevitably when you get a male and female together, you end up with babies. So I'm thinking about going with the hippocampus barbary, which some people know as the zebra seahorse, or the hippocampus comus, which is sometimes known as the tiger tail. Those are a little bit smaller than some of the largest species, but yet their young are large enough to take baby brine shrimp right from birth. They're considered benthic seahorses, which means they tend to grab right away and hang out at the bottom of the tank, versus pelagic species, which float at the top and require very teeny tiny foods. This really worked out really well for me. Believe it or not, this whole set cost me $20. And like I did with the 10-gallon, I put this outside, filled it with water, made sure it's not leaking. It's been about 24 hours. Everything looks good. Here are the glass plates that go on the top. But here's something really cool. This set did not come with a light, but remember, I had cleaned up a light fixture that I had, and believe it or not, this light actually almost matches. And it will sit on the top just fine. It won't be that perfect custom design light that would have come with this set, but I'll be able to put this right across the top, maybe like this, for example, once the glass is on there, and that's going to work out just great. So I'm still going to be using this light. I'm guessing that this aquarium is about 20 gallons, which is actually considered a little bit small for some of the larger species of seahorses. But if I go with the smallest versions, this might be okay. I do plan to have good filtration, and we'll talk about a filter in an upcoming video, as well as a good location for choosing where you're going to set up your seahorse tank. One thing I did do a little bit different this time is because this tank had some residue, looks like some old algae, and you might even see some spots on there from the inside, like right here you can see some. That looks like maybe the people who owned this prior had something leaning against the acrylic and the color wiped off or rubbed off onto the tank. So I just put a cap full of bleach in there. And so my next step is going to be using an acrylic safe scrubbing brush, and I'm going to get in there and get all this cleaned up. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this, but you know, for the $20, it's well worth it for me to get this cleaned up and get a larger species of seahorse. I'm still going to be able to enjoy them. I'm going to enjoy trying to raise the young, and we'll get into all of that as that happens. Next time, we'll actually talk a little bit about the filtration system. I'll be keeping it very simple, but hopefully it'll be effective. And like I said, as things go on, we may be modifying depending on the results that we get. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Thanks.